So I'll hand over now to Will Coakley.
All right, is the on? You can all hear me? Yes? No? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's talk about bricks. Actually, sorry, before we start, a quick disclaimer. So I work for Traveller's Tales, owned by Warner Brothers. We work very closely with the Lego company to make the Lego video games. This is not sponsored or endorsed or anything. They're not paying me to do this. I'm just talking about a subject that I happen to love. So this is the standard unit Lego brick. It's got some interesting proportions. It's not a cube, as some people not too well connected might assume. It's actually a 5x6 proportion, so it's 5 units long, 6 units high. Most of the bricks in the standard brick library will follow this unit system. And then the plate bricks are 2 units high, and so you can stack 3 of them together and it will match the same height as a regular brick. And then in 1980, they came up with this weird looking contraption. Often known as the headlight brick or the washing machine brick. I know it as the Erling brick after Erling Didrikson, who created it. Apologies to any Danish speakers, I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation. Let's have a look at it from the side. And you can see, if we use that unit system, they've taken out a 1x5 chunk from the side of the brick. Which is interesting, nice that they keep it onto that unit system. And we can do some interesting stuff with this. So if we take that and rotate it around a few times, we get this nice tiling in a square, which is cool. And you'll see the little pieces that I've marked into the backs of the bricks, those are the stud sockets, the Anto studs. And you'll see that they're placed really nicely, that you can actually take this module and tile it around, like this. Apologies, I'm sure that I swear somebody said that every year there's somebody talking about tiling squares, so sorry, it's me. And this appeared in a book 17 years ago, which is where I first saw it as a kid and decided to do a talk about it. But of course, this being physical plastic bricks, we're not just limited to the 2D plane. So, so staying in the 2D plane, these are, I believe, all of the ways you can arrange these bricks in a 2x2 arrangement. If you look at the red ones down the side, if you take any of those, tile it without rotation or reflection, the resulting pattern will contain the other two just in the arrangement. If you take either of the green bricks and tile it without rotation or reflection, you'll find it and the other one in the resulting pattern. And interesting, if you take the blue one, tile it infinitely, any 2x2 group you pull from the resulting pattern will be that, either rotated or reflected, which I thought was kind of cool. But we're not just limited to the 2D plane, so we can start stacking it with angles, and we end up with this, which again, Lego know about, and they've started using in the artwork on their set boxes, which is kind of cool. Interestingly, on this, the anti-studs and the studs that are kind of exposed around the edges actually line up, so you can tile this out in any direction, which is cool. There's another tiling we can do in 3D. If we take the bricks and arrange them in a kind of saddle shape, like this, which I kind of show on the left to make it easy to understand, we actually get a solid cube. There's no spaces inside that, it's all just tightly packed, which is cool. And again, and this is brilliant, the studs and anti-studs, again, are all placed so that you can actually tile this across in 3D, which I thought was really neat, that you can take this shape, tile it in so many different ways, and it all just kind of works. And obviously with this, you can now make sort of anything that fits on a voxel grid, you can just build out of these. So if anybody's a fan of Menga sponges, and has a significantly larger budget than I do, free idea for you. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks.
Thank you very much.